This is The Herd, Hour 3. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, FS1. Christine Leahy is joining me on a Monday when I'll get to the breaking news on the Cavs, Tyronn Lue and LeBron in a second. It was actually a busy weekend. Had the tournament. I watched a ton of the tournament. I didn't watch much NBA over the weekend. I watched a ton of the tournament, watched a ton of NFL stuff. I do want to get to this Cowboy story, Christine. So, Ndamukong Suh, who I think is a lot overpaid and a little overrated, but he's a good player. He's visiting the Rams. Now, if I'm the Rams, get out of there. You got Aaron Donald. I don't like this at all by the Rams. I don't. I think Ndamukong Suh can be a selfish player. He's a bad practice player. I don't think he makes locker rooms better. But the Rams are looking at him. I'm not a big fan of this move. I love Aaron Donald. I love his personality. I love him as a teammate. He's expensive, but I love him. But what it's showing is, look at all these good teams. These are teams that are already good. Eagles making moves. Rams making moves. New England making moves. Vikings making moves. Kansas City Chiefs making moves. Aaron Rodgers comes back. The Packers making moves. Texans have a good roster making moves. You know who's not making moves? Dallas. Here's the headline for Dallas this weekend. Cowboys to resign their 14-year long snapper. Okay. So Dallas, the wild child, the partier of the NFL, decided to stay home St. Patrick's Day weekend. Like, they're not even leaving the house. And you say to yourself, I don't understand it. What is Dallas doing? Dallas is telling you, we're all good here. Let me defend Dallas on this, because it's been weird. They haven't made any moves. There's a reason they're showing discipline and restraint. In the last 2 years, Dallas has won 22 football games in a division with the Super Bowl champ, in a division with Jay Gruden, Sean McVay for a year. They've had in 2 years road games at Green Bay, at Pittsburgh, at Denver, at Super Bowl Atlanta, at Minnesota. They're in the NFC, which is better than the AFC. And they've had major noise and suspensions, Ezekiel Elliott, controversy. And they've won 22 games in 4 years. Let me list the other teams that have done that. Patriots, Steelers, Chiefs. That's it. Dallas is telling you, we're good here. We've got a great O-line. We've got a great running back. We have tremendously talented young pass rushers. We have 2 good linebackers. We got our franchise quarterback. We're good here. Okay, these guys have been the wild child, stay up till 4 a.m. guy for years. And they stayed home for St. Paddy's Day. There is a reason. There is a message here. Dallas is telling you, we like what we got. And I got to be honest. I said this last week and the week before. It is easy to hyperventilate when they're good and to be overly cynical when they struggle. I like Dallas's roster a lot. O-line, star playmaker at running back, franchise quarterback, good edge rushers. 2 linebackers I like, and I think their corners are very athletic and very promising. Tip of the cap to the Cowboys. Okay, the number one story, Ty Lue, leave of absence as the Cavaliers coach. They say it's health. I think there's more to it. Ty Lue and LeBron got into an ugly, ugly skirmish. It was public, by the way. This was not LeBron, like passive-aggressive. You can look at the other players on the bench when they're barking at each other. That's like a couple fighting and the kids are looking away. Nobody wanted to be part of this. So a lot of people are going to connect this fight with this move. And listen, if I watch people get into a fight publicly and 3 days later they filed for a separation or a divorce, I would connect the two as well. But I want to address really the whole season for LeBron, because I think what we saw here is happening on a daily and weekly basis behind the scenes. LeBron going toe-to-toe with GMs, owners, Ty Lue, and teammates. LeBron is dealing with something that many of you deal with. And when I say deal with it, it's kind of a cool thing. Many of you have worked at a place for a while and you've had some success. And then you see the company sort of eroding, and at the same time, multiple other companies make you offers. Now, when you're in a company, it's not terrible. You've had success, but you can sense it's eroding. You put up with a lot. You put up with a crappy boss, average management, so-so working conditions, maybe lousy hours. You drive to work and you put up with it. But then when 3 other companies are recruiting you, you don't want to put up with that boss. And you don't want to put up with that pay. And you don't want to put up with those hours. When LeBron in previous years was more trapped in Cleveland, you didn't see these outbursts on the sideline. You didn't see him congratulating himself. You didn't see this constant cryptic tweeting. It's not even cryptic anymore. He just pats himself on the back. Why? Why is LeBron finally, all these years, this week, did he have it out with his coach, knowing the cameras were on? By the way, he's fought with coaches before. He's bumped coaches before. Why was this week the week this happened? Why has this month been the month he keeps patting himself on the back? Why is this year the year that he's had to reboot a franchise? Because LeBron is dealing with what we've dealt with, what I dealt with 3 years ago, what a lot of you deal with. It's incredibly human. We all put up with stuff with an eroding business. But when the Sixers, who have a great young roster, come a-knocking, and when the Lakers, who have a good young roster, want you, and when the Rockets, who have maybe the best roster outside of the Warriors in the NBA, want you, you don't put up with crap as much. You're not passive-aggressive. You're just aggressive. You don't yell at people behind closed doors. You yell at them on TV. I do think LeBron has created an environment in Cleveland where teams are now putting up billboards for him. And like any of you who have worked at a company that starts to erode, once other companies have made it public, we want Bob, we want Jim, we want Susan, we want Christine. Then all of a sudden, you start shouting at people in public and tweeting stuff in public and patting yourself on the back and saying, I'm pretty good. I am pretty good. You don't do that when you're at a work environment you can't get out of. I think LeBron right now with all these offers is pretty tough to work with. Now, by the way, he's made it to 7 straight finals. He's the best player in the league. Even during this crappy year, he's averaging in his last month 30, 10, and 10. It's ridiculous. He's in his 15th year. I also want to shift gears. I still want to talk about LeBron, but I want to bring up this. Again, the story is Ty Lue. Ty Lue is leaving temporarily. And LeBron just sort of marches on. LeBron's had a lot of coaches, a lot of teammates, a lot of cities. 15th year, 30, 10, and 10. So LeBron just physically, and he doesn't miss any games. I mean, Michael Jordan had the year, broke a leg. Michael Jordan retired twice. Most great play. Tom Brady missed a year. Magic had the tragic Johnson playoffs. LeBron just coach, players, reboot, cities, teams, just marches on. I have always felt this year for LeBron was inevitable. And I'll give you an example. Is that, think about this. Steve Kerr, Kevin Durant, Clay, Steph, Draymond. They've been together less than 2 years. And they have publicly said, we are worn out. That's just 2 years. LeBron's gotten to the finals 7 straight years. Start adding those playoff games up. It's another season. Michael, after 3, said, I'm going to go play baseball for a couple. Then came back re-energized. This has always been inevitable. 7 straight finals. I watched Shaq and Kobe get to 3 straight, and on their trip to the 4th, they imploded. Pippen and MJ had issues. Phil Jackson and Kobe. Phil Jackson and MJ. This has been inevitable. Kyrie leaves. New GM. Reboot team. Kevin Love's injured again. A bunch of new guys. Houston reboots. Now you've got 2 teams you probably can't beat. Multiple teams recruiting you. Remember before last year, I said it would be Andrew Luck's lost season. This has always been kind of LeBron's lost year. Finals. Just say it out loud. Just say this. Finals. Finals. finals, 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 finals. Inevitable. We can blame LeBron. That's fine. I don't care. All his fault, most of his fault, some of his fault, whatever. You can line up wherever you want to line. I'm not going to argue with you. I do think this is a very difficult LeBron with multiple offers. This, when Kyrie decided to go and then Kevin Love got hurt and you bring in a bunch of new guys, this is what happens. I do not think they're going to win the championship. I think they'll get swept by Houston or Golden State. I don't get too caught up in Toronto's having a great regular season. I still think Boston, when the playoff comes around, they'll be pretty good. Great player Kyrie, good player Horford, good young player Jaylen Brown, hell of a coach, good GM. Boston's going to be fine. Portland hasn't lost in a month and a half. That's not reality. Utah hasn't lost in a month. That's not reality. Brad Stevens, Kyrie are good. That's reality. LeBron through the East will win most of his games. That's reality. Golden State and Houston are better than all of them. That's a reality. So there you go. Ty and Lue, this story keeps developing. First we thought it'd be out maybe for the regular season. Now people are saying a week or two. We'll keep you updated. Coming up next, man, did one NFL player have an incredible weekend. It had nothing to do with money and nothing to do with on the field. That's coming up. Ever taken your car for an oil change and the mechanic finds something else wrong with it? And you walk out with an $842 bill. If your car's not on warranty, that's what can happen. You get smoked. Look for extended vehicle protection. The car breaks down after the manufacturer's warranty expires, thousands of dollars. I had a sensor light go out. A lot more expensive than you think. With CarShield.com, they provide 24/7 roadside assistance, a rental car while yours is being fixed for free, and they pay your mechanic, the one you choose, even at your dealership, they pay him directly. Over $2 billion in claims have been paid by CarShield administrators. Either call 800-CAR-6100, 800-CAR-6100, and mention HERD, or go to carshield.com and put in the code HERD. A deductible may apply.
What do I am? I'm a polarizing
Fire shark. Here's my problem with